peek inside some of Lambertville's most interesting homes, next on Lambertville, New Jersey. Welcome to Lambertville, New Jersey. I'm Mayor David Del Vecchio. Well, the holiday season has come and gone, and as usual, there was plenty going on here in Lambertville. Later on, we'll have some highlights from the Riverside Symphonia's holiday concerts. We'll ask some of our neighbors what was on their wish list, and we'll hear some New Year's resolutions to boot. Of course, we'll also talk to our person of the month, but first, one of my favorite Lambertville holiday traditions, the Historical Society's house tour.
The first stop on our tour is the Marshall House. This federal-style brick house was once the home of James W. Marshall, who discovered gold in California in 1848, which led to the California Gold Rush. James Marshall's father built the house in 1816 on 44 acres purchased from Joseph Lambert for $300. The rooms are accurately furnished from an 1834 household inventory. Authentic period dress is displayed throughout.
This dress was from the 1830s. It's taffeta and it's very delicate, and the little bonnet that goes with it, this type of bonnet was very popular in the 1830s, 1840s, and up to the 1850s.
Many Lambertville artifacts are on display in the museum. All proceeds of the house tour go towards maintenance and upkeep of the Marshall House, which is now home to the Lambertville Historical Society. Our tour travels right next door to St. John the Evangelist Roman Catholic Church, built in 1892. This spectacular example of Victorian architecture in classic German Gothic tradition was built from locally quarried Scotch granite blocks with Indian limestone trim. St. John celebrated its 100th anniversary with major structural repairs and cosmetic refurbishing. The breathtaking stained glass windows rising above the adjacent rooftops are in groups of 3. The large side windows' leaded glass scenes depict the apostles. The interior's intensive renovations make the carved oak pews, wainscoted walls, and multi-columns seem new. The organ is new, but remaining in place are the pipes of the original made in Philadelphia. Decorative gold leafing throughout adds a dazzling touch. St. John's, truly a cathedral in all senses of the word. Next, let's hop on the tour trolley and head on over to the Free Public Library. The exterior has been restored to what it looked like as a private home. The Lilly Mansion was built by the first mayor of Lambertville, Dr. Lilly, in 1820. Samuel Stryker bequests the money to fund the library in 1863. The exterior of the Lilly Mansion is a fine example of the adaptive use and restoration of a historically important building. Merrill Citron and Murray Godfrey's classic federal 3-story brick home serves as a showcase for Merrill's art. Ms. Citron creates her bold portraits and people scenes in the third-floor studio. The present kitchen was added in the 20th century and reflects that period with wainscoting and a huge oak counter. It's one of the few homes in Lambertville with 5 bedrooms. Our guide through this historic York Street home was another prominent member of this household, Louis. The next stop on our trip is only a block away. Built in 1909, the York Street house was Lambertville's first Neo-Georgian Williamsburg-style home, featuring overall symmetry. Mr. George W. Massey had this house designed as a present for his wife. It cost $65,000 in 1911. It's currently operated as a bed and breakfast by owners Jeffrey and Claire Shoemaker in partnership with Jim Bolger. Jeffrey also heads up a historical restoration business. With its beautiful wood fireplaces lined with handmade tiles, grand staircase, leaded glass windows, Waterford chandelier, and turn-of-the-century decor, it's sure to be a favorite stop. Within view and around the corner on George Street is the carriage house to one of the most flamboyant homes on North Union Street. Built in 1875, it was owned by Mr. Silvers, owner of the Lambertville Spoke Factory. The compact kitchen opens to a 3-story living room with a wood-burning stove and a loft. The present owners, Judy and Peter McGale, mixed the deep raspberry paint in the master bedroom for a more personal touch. 67 Clinton Street, a vernacular row house with federal influences. Notice the 20th century colonial revival columns. And just south on Clinton Street, we find this clapboard home with a New England feel to it. Built in 1873, the Civil War period, Gene and Drew Brady pay homage to that era with their Lincoln Room, filled with Abraham Lincoln memorabilia. The corner built-in cabinets, hardwood floors, and doors throughout are all original. A short trip out the back door to Jean's studio and her beautiful paintings.
I just got it finished it about a year ago, and it's just like a little bit of heaven. I can paint in here. I have wonderful light, and I have a CD player that one of the kids gave me, and I can rent CDs from the library and play music, and I can play it as loud as I want, and it's just what I've wanted all my life.
The exterior of this lovely freestanding Queen Anne on Coryell has been brought back to its original 1890 magnificence by owner Lou Tobes. Of particular architectural interest is the 2.5-story bay window. The interior will be restored with turn-of-the-century decor, and these handsome chestnut columns were salvaged from a house in Stockton. The next stop on our tour is a spectacular adaptation of a commercial building. Overlooking the canal, the record building has a corbelled roof crown and printing still on its sides. Owner Jim Hamilton designed his loft apartment to suit his lifestyle and passion, cooking and entertaining. The commercial-grade kitchen includes an island counter, which was a science lab table, an apple butter pan turned into a sink, and a European-style shower. Our last stop is Ed Padilla and Suzanne Boyd's 10-year-old 3-story townhouse, built on the foundation of what was once the River's Edge restaurant. This transitional contemporary home overlooks the Lambertville New Hope Bridge. Nowhere else in this area can you see such a diversity of Victorian architectural styles and interior embellishments, as well as outstanding restoration, as in this year's Lambertville Holiday House Tour. Lambertville, truly a community rich in style.
Here to talk about the Lambertville Historical Society is its president, Lou Topes, and with him, Yvonne Warren, the Historical Society Secretary. Yvonne, Lou, welcome.
Thank you.
Lou, tell us about the recent house tour.
Well, it was quite a success. We had about 600 people that went on the tour. That includes people who purchased tickets, homeowners, and volunteers. You and your wife were some of the volunteers.
Absolutely.
Thank you once again for your help. And we had a great turnout. People loved it, and even though the weather was terrible.
That's right, 600 people as opposed to last year, which was a beautiful day. Mm-hmm. Right?
We had tremendous publicity. People worked very hard. We were in the New York Times, all over, and it was really quite successful. I don't know how we could have handled a good day if the weather was perfect, because we would have tons of people.
And how many volunteers does it take to put it on?
We had about 75 people sitting in the houses, and that's 2 shifts, and depending on how big the house was, we had anywhere from like maybe 10 people. It was about the average per house.
Yvonne, tell us a little bit about the Historical Society and what some of the functions are.
Well, besides our open house tour, we always have an annual juried art show held at the Coryell Gallery with an opening reception early in February going through March. We always choose a very nice, lovely painting. Our theme is Lambertville in the area, and we sell raffle tickets to buy the painting that we choose, and afford an awful lot of pleasure to people who are going through the Coryell Gallery and coming to Lambertville. Some of the other things are related to Shadfest and walking tours on the street and various things of that nature.
Now, can anyone or any group get a walking tour with the Historical Society?
Yeah, Yvonne has given them to organizations, to businesses. Chamber of Commerce makes arrangements, and also tourists. And
for those interested, how can they arrange it?
Well, we have a recorder on our telephone number, 609-397-0770. A quick message will get to the appropriate people, myself or Lou, and we can arrange for people to be the guides.
Good. Lou, about how many active members do you have?
We have about 100 people on the mailing list, and...
By the way, I'm not on that list.
It's okay. We'll give you your membership card. You can get on that.
I'll give you my address right after.
And your check for due.
Not a problem. We'll pay cash.
Okay.
Yvonne, Lou, thank you for joining us, and congratulations on a very successful house tour, and look forward to more activities coming in the spring.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, we took our cameras to the street to find out what was on your holiday wish list.
My wish list for Christmas, well, I really want a piano, and I'm going to try to arrange to get that myself, but more than anything, I want a piano in my house. I need it desperately.
I just want a nice new desk for Christmas for home.
A new Stretch Armstrong, and I would like an F-16 jet with extra sidewand missiles. I'd like a limousine, Stretch. I'd like a Stretch limousine. I'd like to own Boomers, Toys R Us, the whole company.
Oh, gee, I don't know. I'd like a dark room and a new house.
Some stuff for my bike, headlights for my bike, some model stuff, some paints, airbrush, a couple models. That's about all. Maybe BB gun.
Night Rage. I'd like all the stuff in Toys R Us and sell all the girl stuff and all the Barbie stuff for money.
There's a lot of, I have like 17 aunts and uncles all together, so there's like going to be a lot of gifts I have to get.
I don't know what I want for Christmas. I don't know what I'll get for Christmas. I got to be the hardest person to shop for because I don't think I could even shop for myself for Christmas.
Oh, gee, for Christmas this year, I think I'd like a juicer.
I'd like my own channel. I'd like to get the cartoon channel free. I'd like to own Five and Dime, get the number 6 issue of Ren and Stimpy that I wanted.
For Christmas, I want a guitar.
I'd like to get a van. I'd like to own my own arcade.
For Christmas, I'd like a Mint Inbox #1 Barbie.
My Christmas wish list, I'm a very simple person. I would like to have a lifetime marriage wrapped up in a parcel that I could keep and open it up and have it for life.
Go-kart or a dirt bike, maybe.
Let's see, I'd like an F-15 jet. I'd like my own aircraft carrier, battleship, Huey, Cobra. Apache, Comanche, the new one that's coming out. I'd like to own half of the Navy.
For Christmas, I want to get a CD-ROM for my computer.
Richest man in the world. Let's see. Own own a boat that's as big as the Titanic. Let's see.
2 tickets to the warmest place in the islands for about 4 days with a nice lady. That would be a good Christmas wish.
Let's see, a street named after me, a town named after me, my own river, one of the Great Lakes.
Probably a C1 kayak because I like boating on the Delaware.
Well, what I'd like for Christmas this year is a new bed.
100 acres of land, own the U.S., take over the world. That's it.
Lambertville, New Jersey, we'll be right back.
The Riverside Symphonia presented 2 separate concerts at St. John's to celebrate the holidays. This year's evening concert was once again a sellout. The afternoon concert was for children, and as in the past, conductor John Michael Caprio kept his kids involved by weaving comments and questions about the music, creating an experience that even the very young listener enjoyed. We talked with Maestro Caprio after the children's concert.